So hi guys, my name is Srihari and today we'll take a look at my project. So this is the landing page of the project, and in the header section you get to see a logo and a login button, and in the master section you get to see the basic information about the project. And if you scroll down a bit, you do get to see a key features section where you will get to know all the key features of the project from the landing page itself. And this is the section where the clients actually share their testimonials here, and down here you get to see a contact us section, and if you actually wish to get some more information from our team about the project, you can obviously fill out this form. So for example, let's say we have a user called Shri, I mean not Shri, okay, so let's have a user called Praveen. Okay, so Praveen at gmail.com, and let's say you need some information about the pricing of the project. So I need more info on the pricing of. Okay. Now let's click on the send message button here. You do get to see a message stating that your message has been sent successfully. Now I have actually configured a email service in the backend. So basically we'll receive a mail from the user that is saying that, hello agent vision team, you got a new message from Praveen, I need more info on the pricing of the project. So from by seeing this mail, the agent vision team can actually contact the respective person and solve their queries. Okay, so that is how the contact us section works. And let's actually try to access some URI inside our application. Okay, let's say we are going into the /home page. So since we have not yet authenticated and we have not logged in yet, so basically we should actually be not allowed to get into the respective URI. So that is how a website should work. So let's actually try to access them. So as you can see, we are actually not allowed to get into the respective URI. So that is because we have not yet logged in. So let's log in. So if you don't have an account, you can obviously create an account by using the sign up button here. So let's actually create an account like test user, and of password some password. And if you actually think that you have entered some wrong characters while entering a password, you can verify that by using the emote like thing here. If you click on them, you can obviously see the message, I mean see the password, and if you think that you have made any mistakes, you can change that and you can click on the sign up button here. So down here you get to see a message stating that user created successfully, please log in. So now let's actually try to log in with the same user. So once we are logged in, so now you can clearly see that we are in the /home section. So this is actually the URI that we tried to access from our landing page. In that case, we were actually not authenticated, so we were actually not able to view the contents of the /home. But now, since we are authenticated and logged in, we are actually seeing the contents of the /home. So in the header section, you get to see a logo and a home button and a logout button, and in the left hand side you get to see all the menu items, and on the right hand side you get to see all the ads that are related to insurance, and these contents and the images change over a particular time interval. And down you get to see a footer section of the project, and here you get to see some two card like structures that basically determine the total number of agents and the total number of providers in the system. So the admins can actually have a overlook by seeing the cards. And let's actually try to add a provider. So when we add a provider, we do have a form like structure where we enter all the fields and click on submit. So if we actually click on submit without entering any details, we'll be basically prompted to prompted saying that please fill out this field. So all the fields in the forms are a mandatory one, and everything should be filled properly. And let's say for provider name, we are basically giving providers like Star Health. Okay, so we have done all the validations for the form fields. So for an example, in the name, if you actually try to enter a number, we do get to see a error stating that phone number cannot contain numbers or special characters. And for contact number, we do have multiple validations. For example, if we type a letter in the contact number, we do get to see an error stating that cannot contain letters. And if you try to enter more than 10 digits, so we do get a message stating that cannot exceed 10 digits. And initially in the first digit, if you enter some random number like 2 or 3, so we do get a message stating that mobile number must start with 9, 8 or 6. Okay, so those 3 kinds of validation are done in the contact number. And for email, so let's say we have a starhealth@gmail.com. so if you actually don't include an @ you do get to see a message stating that email is not valid. And for provider type, if we have 3 different provider types: life, health and vehicle insurance. Let's select health insurance. And for street, let's say we are going to be giving sample street. And for state and city, so first let's try to set a city. So we don't see any options below the city, so that is because the cities will basically be populated based on the states, right? So if we select a state called Tamil Nadu, all the cities from Tamil Nadu will be shown now. Okay, all the cities from Tamil Nadu will be shown now. And if we select West Bengal, all the cities from the West Bengal will be shown. From Karnataka, all the cities from Karnataka will be shown. From Maharashtra, all the cities from Maharashtra will be shown. So based on the city, based on the state, the cities will be populated. So we'll select West Bengal and Kolkata. So once we click on submit, we do get a message stating that provider added successfully. Now let's actually click on the fetch all providers to see all the providers in our application. So we can obviously see that the latest created provider Star Health is shown here. So we do have a beautiful card-like structure that basically displays all the details of the providers. So we do have contact name, the name, contact, email type, state and city. And for agents, till now we don't have any agents, and we'll assign the agents in the later section of this demo, and I'll show you how that works. And now let's actually go into the fetch by name. So here you obviously type the name of the thing that you want to search. Let's say for Star Health Insurance, we click on search provider, and you get to see all the matching providers of Star Health. And if you actually wish to see the details, you can click on this button, view details, and all the details will be shown there below. And if you wish to search something else, you can click on back to search and search on something. And the feature that this search offers is that, so you can obviously search for a particular provider character way. So for example, if I want to see all the providers that have I in their name, and I can do that. So here you get to see 2 providers with the letter I in their name. And if I wish to see the details, I can click on each provider and see their details. Okay. And I do have some validations done for this field. So for example, if you enter a number, you do get to see a message stating that provider name cannot contain special characters. And if you actually try to enter a number and click on search provider, you do get to see a message stating that fix all the errors before searching. Okay, so those kind of stuffs are done here. And for update provider, let's say we are actually updating a provider of LIC. Okay, from LIC I'm changing it to LIC life. Okay, and I'm changing from West Bengal to Tamil Nadu and Trichy. Okay, we'll do that. We'll do the changes and we'll click on update provider. So the provider will be updated successfully. And for this field too, we do have some validations that is done. So for example, we do, if we select if we enter a number, you do get to see input error. Input cannot contain numbers or special characters. And if you click on search, you do get to see error. Please fix the error before searching. Now for delete, so if you wish to delete a provider, we can do that too. So if I wish to delete ICICI credentials, so I basically type the name that I need. I can even enter full name, or if I wish to select based on a character wise, I can do that. And if I click on delete button, I will be basically asked a pop-up stating that are you sure you want to delete the provider. And if I click on delete, the provider will be actually deleted. We'll verify that by clicking the fetch all. So we don't have ICICI credentials down here. And now let's see about the agent. So agent also have the same type of validations and that are there in the provider's name. So we'll basically create an agent called Sanjay, and let's say Sanjay J. And for contact number, we'll do some contact number. So all the validation that is there in the provider is also here, so we don't have to get into that again. So name cannot contain letters, and I mean, name cannot contain numbers, those kind of stuffs are there. And for license number, we do have a prescribed format for license number, and let's give some number. And for date of joining, so date of joining basically cannot be in future. So if you actually select a date in the future, you do get to see a message stating that date of joining cannot be in future. So for mail ID like provided, we do have the validation at gmail.com. if you don't include an ad, you get to see an error there. And for street, let's give the same street, that is sample street. And for state and city, like we have seen in the provider, the cities will not get populated until you select a city. So we will, for this case, we'll select state as West Bengal and Durgapur. And for agent status, you will have two options, active and inactive, and we'll select an active users. And down here you get to see all the providers that are actually there in the system. So we had 3 different providers, and this list is actually populated in a real-time manner. So and here you can actually select all the providers that you wish the agent should be a part of. So in my case, I will actually select LIC Life and Star Health, okay, and click on submit. So agent will be added successfully. We'll actually see all the agents by clicking on the fetch all section here, where you get to see all the agent details. And if you scroll down a bit, you get to see Sanjay J, that is the recent created agent with the assigned providers of LIC Life and Star Health Insurance. And we can also verify this by going on to the fetch all providers too. So let's say we have Star Health, right? So initially we had nothing in the agent sections right here, right? But now we have Sanjay J. So all the composition is working perfectly, and now the agent Sanjay J is been assigned to Star Health Insurance. And you can obviously fetch the agents based on the name that like we have seen in the provider, and you can obviously click on view details to see their details. So you can view multiple users details by clicking on the view details button here. And if you wish to search something else, you can come back to search and search something else. And for delete agent also, you do have some validations done here. Agent name cannot contain numbers for the field. And if you actually wish to delete the Sri Das Reddy, so we'll click on the delete, and you will be basically asked a prompt, and if you click on delete, the agent will be deleted successfully. And we can now realize that we don't see that agent again, so that is actually deleted. For update, it is similar to the provider. You need to enter a name, and the validation is done for this field. And if you actually enter a character, you can obviously see multiple different agents, and you can basically change the details. So let's say from active user, the user is actually changing to inactive, and from West Bengal he has been transferred to Tamil Nadu, Coimbatore, okay, and now he is not a part of LIC Life. So we'll click on update agent. So we can see agent updated successfully. And once we'll verify that, so now we can see Sanjay is an inactive user, and he has changed from Coimbatore from West Bengal to Coimbatore and Tamil Nadu. Okay, so that is how it works. So update is working fine. And now let's get into the custom query section here. So custom queries is like something that we have done in the backend. So basically you get to see all the different kinds of stuffs here. So most of these scenarios will be used like a feature in inside application, but for this case we'll basically click on each button and see how the results will actually be from the backend. So if you click on selected columns, you see here you get to see a table like structure where you actually select a particular columns from the backend. And for count providers, you do get the total number of count providers by clicking on them. And you can obviously see that you actually have a field called purpose here. So by reading this, you can actually get to know the for what purpose is this custom query here. So you get to know all the information about the custom query. And for minimum agents, we have two different providers. So that is because these two providers actually have the minimum number of agents. Let's verify them. We have a provider named Tarun and Star Health, right? So we'll go here and let's see Tarun and Star Health. So they are the two providers that have the minimum number of agents. So we can see LIC has 2 and these two has 1. So that is why these two are actually showing in a minimum agents minimum providers with agents list here. And we can obviously click on the provider by state, that is how many providers do we have for each state, and those kind of stuffs can be seen by this custom query. And we can obviously order the names and email ID in ascending order too. and we do have different types of join, like inner join, left join, and then right join. And for cross join, we do have cross join is basically the Cartesian product, right? So those kind of results are here populated here. And we have two different name queries, and the first name query is basically for selecting the table is for displaying the providers based on the creation date. So the most created most recent created ones will be at the top, and the most oldest created will be at the bottom of the table. So as you can see, Star Health is the most recent provider that we have created. And for name query 2, so this will basically display all the details of the providers that have assigned with an agents. So as you can see, we have all the agents, all the providers that are actually assigned to at least one of the agent ID. So this will actually populate that. So this is all about the custom query section, and you can obviously get back to the home section by clicking on the home button here. So now you will actually be back to the home page, and you can obviously log out by clicking on the logout button. Now you will be asked a prompt stating that confirm login, so confirm logout. So if you click on cancel, you won't be logged out, and if you wish to log out, you can obviously click on logout button here, so you will be logged out from our application. So that's it about the project. Thank you.